And most of us in Cru fell into real estate by chance. Very few of us actually pick the career directly. And so the idea is if we can educate women that are making those career choices now at the high school level and in universities on the potential of doing careers in commercial real estate, then in the long run we may bring parity to this industry.
It's really the opportunity to give back and to work with these great girls because they are so much fun. They're very smart, a little challenging, very smart. They're very success-oriented, and so that's been a real opportunity to spend some time with them that I wouldn't have otherwise had an opportunity to do.
This is my joy. This is what I like to do, is to be able to see young women and maybe not directly inspire them, provide some kind of forum to inspire them.
I've been one of those young girls, and I wish that I had professional women that came and made a presentation to me in terms of just all of the experiences that they've had over the years, and just having somebody that really cared enough to share with me their experiences while growing up and just their career track.
Cru Careers is really around educating women in the high school age on the different careers. And this year's program is called This Old Building. And we found a site in the Fair Park area, which is an area that's been focused on for renovation and redevelopment. And we presented 4 different programs to the girls of redevelopment potential for this building.
This year, thanks to a very generous owner and real estate company, we have the old Dr. Pepper building, which has got historic designations. It was in a very raw state that the girls got to tour today. So really it's a blank slate in an area that's experiencing a lot of regrowth.
This is a project we invested in 1999, and the purpose for which we invested evaporated. So we still own it with no apparent use right now. Every place you go into buildings, everything that you wear was made in a building, every car you drive was made in a building. So buildings are as important as food and clothing because you're in one all the time. You live in one, you go to school in one. So there's a great wide industry.
I am a native Dallasite, and I absolutely love the idea of seeing life come back to the buildings and to bring young women into the possibility of creating these ideas that, maybe even something that the developer could use. I mean, that means a lot to me, and for Cru Dallas to be part of that is just a bonus.
The concept is to, over the long term, bring parity to this industry. Historically, it has been fairly male-dominated, and we would love to get more women into the industry.
And so the girls came back to the Women's Museum to actually hear presentations from women who are actually in the industry.
They've gotten to hear from asset managers, from developers, from attorneys, from title companies, from leasing brokerage people, the whole spectrum of commercial real estate, and all from women that they can relate to. So hopefully they'll see these opportunities and see these successful women, and it'll give them ideas for their own careers and where they end up.
I haven't had a set career plan yet, I don't know what I'm going to do, and I like to explore different areas of anything, and so any chance I can get to experience a new field of work or that could possibly become my new next career, I take it. And this is really fun, so I'm glad that I chose it.
I hope that they see that there are so many opportunities out there, just not nursing or engineering, but they can also deal with development in commercial real estate, and that is just not a man's world. It's actually women can be involved and take over.
Now they're busily working in groups with coming up with their own idea to redevelop this project. It's fascinating to hear some of the ideas the girls have come up with.
They captured the concepts and they incorporated that in a very short amount of time. They only really had an hour to an hour and a half to really pull together a presentation, figure out who's talking, what they were going to highlight,
complete with drawings, and they were very polished.
Listening to them think through their ideas and hash them out among themselves and try to put everything that they had learned in a very quick building tour into practice, into figuring out what could we do with this building that would be good not only for the owners of the property, but what would be good for the community.
What I found the most interesting was when we were planning what we were going to do with the old building, because everybody had different ideas, but yet we still managed to keep it into one.
They're going to present these ideas to judges, and they will receive awards. There was going to be a grand prize award, and so the girls should be very excited about that and how they can actually use their talents in coming up with a redevelopment.
Basically, I wanted to explore all career choices because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do when I go to college and what I want to major in. So I figured that coming to careers would help me know what real estate was all about and whether I wanted to actually go into real estate.
I would love them to have their eyes opened to an entirely new field that maybe their counselors or maybe their families had not been exposed to, and come away with 40 or 50 different career paths that they can explore that will give them self-sufficiency and long-term success, and ideally they can become investors themselves.
You know, one of the things that to me is most important is to think about what you want, have the dream, and then just continue to pursue your dream, because there are always going to be challenges, there's going to be difficulties. If you understand what it is that you're interested in and then just really pursue your activities and hook up with mentors or other folks who are doing what you think you want to do and just make that connection, it really, to me, helps both solidify what your interests are as well as get you connected with the people that will help you ultimately be successful.
Open your imagination, do what you love. You can find a career around your passion. It's very important to believe that you can do anything.